Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. Yes. And she was like, why in the blank are you trying to apply for here?
But anyway,
and I'm like, no one else is hiring me. I don't like, I walk
really hard,
odd.
But
then she said something like, then pick up your feet, girl. Pick up your feet. She was like, if I had your credentials, if I had this resume, it's like I'd get any job I wanted. It was like, no, it's like, he was like, I just had to see, I had to see your face because I didn't believe you.
Or a nurse.
And
oh my gosh, so many nurses are
I remember holding back emotions, waiting until I got in my car, but I was so frustrated because I'm like, you called me for an interview, and I know it wasn't that much gas, but I wasted time and gas and energy, and like to go to a job where basically I was told that she just wanted to laugh at me. She just wanted to laugh in my face. And so it got to a point where I'm applying and applying, and then my mom mentions that the zoo was hiring, and that was $8 an hour too, but I ended up working at the zoo. There were some great people there. Rita, you are amazing, and I treasure you forever. And there's some absolutely horrible people who would mock how I walk, and they behind my back would say that I'm, because like a lot of the coworkers that I hung out with weren't like, actually, like I would talk and hang out with everybody, but like a lot of the people that I ended up hanging out with were like, there was a group of some of the younger Black guys who, they were so sweet, funny, and I think like since I walk differently, it's like one of the head ladies, she would always make us pick up litter, but it's like when we went to the parking lots to do it and everything, it's like sometimes like if there was stuff that was a little bit more tricky or whatever, it's like they always had my back or whatever, so I appreciate them dearly. And then it's like in the wildlife interpretive gallery, it's like there was myself and a Hispanic woman. Oh my gosh, she was amazing. And then there was well, most of them, like I would think of like in the middle age wise, but there was two young ladies. They were still like in the middle of college. One African American, one white, one Hispanic, and then myself. And then there were some that came in and out because they were, oh my gosh, yeah, there were some where like in 2 to 3 weeks they were, no, not even 2 or 3, maybe within a week they were kicked out because there was this one Black guy.
So many men keep trying to
he would literally leave his station, leave the door for hours, and we had no idea where he went. And there were times where I had to try to cover 2 doors at the same time, and while we are on the walkie-talkies trying to track down this guy.
I remember when
even like during that time, I remember applying for one of the event planning assistant services, like something like there was 2 or 3 different positions that matched my college degree and everything. So I remember applying and never hearing anything back, but I was just like, okay, whatever. It's like, I'm just at least finish the summer here. At least this will give me some experience. Is it the experience that'll help my resume? I don't know, but at least it shows that I'm working. At least it shows that I am diligent. I've never missed a day, and that's the thing. Yeah, I never missed a day or anything like that. Was I late? Sometimes, because sometimes my legs, like if you listen to my videos, it's like you already know about my disability, my undiagnosed disability for so long. So yeah, I didn't know why I would wake up in such pain or why my legs refused to work in the morning, but I never missed a day, and I worked a lot of extra days and hours. Some people would call in sick, and then they would call me begging me or
done.
asking me to work.
I have worked
I
so
remember
hard,
so many
and I
people
have
were
so
calling
much
off
that I
sick
am trying to
that
achieve.
I didn't.
But
I worked
then
almost
while I'm trying to
I
achieve it, I
worked
keep
every
running
single
into
day,
men
every single
who
day for like
devalue me
3 weeks
or tear
straight.
me
I
down
worked
or tell
21
me
days
it's
in
like,
a row,
oh, you're a
to the
black woman,
point
no one's gonna read
where
your
one of
book,
the
or
people was
oh,
like,
your main
"Yeah,
character has a
we can't give
disability.
her any
Oh,
more
no, no one's
overtime,
gonna,
so
like,
she's
are
got
you
to quit." Like,
stupid? No one's gonna care
or
about
right at
that
the
girl.
40 mark, they would kick me out. They're like, "No, no, you
And
gotta
then with
go."
my investments,
Or like, I mean, it was just
oh,
to
so
a
you making
point
us
where they were
money?
figuring out any way
Oh, how much
to
money are we
get
gonna
me
be
out.
making? Oh,
And
it's like, oh, you're
then,
one of those. Okay, yeah. I was like, I want to date you,
but
and it's just
anyway,
like,
I
I'm
remember that's how
making
I ended up
myself.
working
I'm
promotional
investing in
modeling,
myself.
because
And once I
they kind of
adopt
nicknamed me the
imposter,
butterfly girl, because
I'm making
I'm very
like,
creative, and
so
even
I
for
don't
the
know. It's
little
just really
kids,
annoying and
I learned, or
frustrating.
I taught myself how to do
I am
part of the
trying to
presentation
build
in
to the
sign
point where
language. And
I
then
don't have to
for first
worry.
time daters, I would make sure to point out the
And
best places at the zoo
it's
to
like,
take your
especially
date
like
and everything. That's kind of, more
when
of
he
the
says saying what
ambiance
you
and stuff
said
like
saves
that.
another poor man from wasting
And
his time. Of
even like the
course. Why
walkers,
is he
or
poor?
like the senior citizens,
Why is he poor?
they
Like,
want to see the good stuff, and then they want to get the
tell me
crap
what,
out,
like,
because the
with some
joints,
of the, and
hips, all
that's
those aches and
that's another
pains.
thing. Like, I never
So I kind of
said
had different
how much
variations for
money.
each group. And there was a
And
lady
if
who
I could
was
find a man
like,
who invested
I
enough in
think she
himself,
was
or even if he
one
had
of the
like only a few
the
dollars
members.
in
Like,
there,
she
but he had a
comes like
drive like no
anytime
other,
she
I
wants.
don't
And
know.
there were some
Project or
families, they
whatever. It's like
came
I'm
every
at an
single week. They were
age
so precious.
where, and
And
I'm
there
newly
were a group of kids
diagnosed.
too
I'm my
who,
own project right now.
like, there was one
I have to
father, he
figure
was
out
like,
so
I asked
much,
my son,
and
who
I
does
have
he
so
want to
many goals
see,
and
or what
things
does
that
he
I
want to see
want
first?
to
And he would
achieve.
yell out, the
So, like,
butterfly
me
girl. And
even
so there were
about
some
to say
kids
what I was
who,
about to say,
it's
I'm like,
like,
no,
when I
no,
saw
no,
them,
no
I already knew, had
projects,
my arms
no
out, they
school
would come and give
project,
me a
like
big
no
hug and
male
everything like
school
that. So,
projects.
but
But I
while I
would
did the
want to know, why is he
presentations, I
poor?
didn't know this woman was watching
It's
me.
like, what is he
And
going
she
to do to
came up
not
and
be
gave me her
poor
business card.
anymore? What are his
And that's
goals?
how I started doing
Why is he
promotional
not working
modeling.
on
And I
his
ended
goals?
up
And
doing
trust me, I
that
know
for
trials and
about
tribulations.
10 to
I've been
12
going through
years
that
until my
all
legs
of my
could
life.
not
But
take it anymore.
at the same
And
time, I
when
keep
companies kept
going.
mocking
I
me or
keep
teasing
working.
me, and
I keep
I remember there
researching
was
to
this
figure things
one
out. That's
wagon of
one
a
thing I will never stop
store.
doing. I will keep
Yeah,
going
yeah, they
and
were a
researching and
nightmare.
figuring
And I
things
remember
out.
one of
And that's another reason
my
why a
tank
lot of
tops
men don't
tore
like me, especially
on the
Republican men.
shelving
Because
while setting
Republican
up.
men, they want to
It
be
got
able
caught
to
in
control
tour.
me. They want me to be submissive
And
to
but
them. And
then
they want me
during that
to
event,
believe
one of
them just
them,
because they
they
say
kept
something, even
mocking
though they
how I
know they're wrong,
walk.
even
And
though they know they
so,
don't know what they're talking
yeah, I'll
about,
tell that whole story a
even though they
different
just want me
day.
to be
But
gullible, like, oh,
I, like, after
okay,
that event, I
oh, is
kind of
that
knew, I
right?
was like,
Okay, I'm gonna do
I need to
exactly
get
as you
out of
say and how
this.
you say it, just because you
But
said
after
it.
that,
Oh yes, of
I
course. No,
I
I'm not one
started
of those
looking for
ladies.
different work. I was
I'm not going to
shuffling, I
be,
was
and I will never
hustling,
be. No,
I
thank
worked
you.
for a drug and alcohol testing
And
facility.
so,
I did substitute teaching.
if I can just give a
I
quick game plan,
uh like
even if you don't,
part-time
even if you work at
professor. Oh,
McDonald's
what
on
else have I
things,
done?
it's like,
Just a
you
lot
know
of
what?
odds
Okay,
and ends, and sometimes 3 or 4
probably
jobs at
around
the same
Thanksgiving or
time.
Christmas, because now I
But
need to go
one
through
thing
my
I did at
list.
the same
I'm
time,
gonna try to
especially
find
once I was able to,
as many of the
at least
apps
like
as I
after that
can
jerk stole my credit
where you
and I paid
can
off the credit cards and everything like
do
that,
5 or 10
I started
dollars
investing,
a day or
because
a
I never
day
want to
or a
be in that
week,
situation again. And also,
because
like, a
I
lot of the
want as many
guys
people.
that
See,
would
and I
even
didn't just
ask
say
me
women,
out
I
or
said
wanted to
people,
date,
to
it's like
get
they never had any
ahead
money.
or get
They had
further.
no money.
And I know,
But they
like,
wanted to
even when
go
I
on dates,
taught
but then they
at,
didn't have any
well,
money.
one of the universities I
And
taught
part of
at,
me didn't get that.
I
Like,
remember I
okay,
showed one of
if you
them
don't
one
have
of the
yours, like,
apps
and the thing
that
is, I'm still getting
or no,
myself
or
together.
well,
So
it has
that's
an
one
app, but it
reason
also has a
why
website. They're two separate
I'm
kind of
kind of retired from
entities.
dating,
But I showed him the
because
website,
it
and
was
one of
like
the guys there
I
started
ended up
laughing at me or whatever,
dating
because
some of
he,
the
like, during class
worst
he'll
options
be
out there.
investing in stocks to the point
And
where I will
with
literally stop
this
teaching
guy,
and looking
you
at
will
him,
never
and
understand
the
what
whole
I've had to
class ends up
face,
looking at him.
what I've
Wait, like,
had to
it's
go
like,
through.
okay, I know you're
And
making your
it's like he
hundreds
says
of
I'm
thousands of
missing out
dollars
on
right now with
people. Like,
stocks, but
I can be friends with people who don't invest. I'm not going to date them and I'm not going to marry them.
And like
And
he would
I have so
throw out
many
fat jokes
examples
and
and
everything, and
stories to
it's
tell
just
you
like,
guys, because
oh, you're
the one
privileged.
time when
Oh,
this one
like,
guy begged me to go
anyway.
to come over to his house and
Yeah,
hang out,
some
watch
of
a
you next
movie and everything like
generations,
that,
you
and then
guys
he asked
know,
if I was
like,
hungry.
because if I was allowed to
Yeah,
be, like, if I was
he
a
wanted
student
me
and
to
I was
order
allowed to
him
say the
food,
petty
and
that
he
I
wanted to
wanted
go
to
by the
say, I
grocery
would have
store.
dragged
But
him
once we got to the
verbally,
grocery store, I
verbally,
found out
not
he didn't
me.
have any
Anyway,
money, so he wanted me to buy him some
but yeah, he
groceries.
brags about like
That's the only reason he wanted me to hang
investing in
out
the
with
stocks
him.
and everything like that.
And
But
then
then I'm like, yes, it's like, that's
with
cool,
Mr.
but there's
Lockakey,
diversification.
it's like there's so
Sometimes you don't
many
want to put all of
times
your eggs in
where
one
we
basket.
went to the grocery store and I would
I
buy
have some in
things because,
stocks,
like, especially
but
after his grandmother passed
I have
away,
some in
like, they were
platforms because
getting
I
no
remember one of my
vegetables, they
last
were getting
classes,
nothing healthy.
one of my
And
presents, like
so
if
I
I
would at
see the
least try to
class
get
that
odds
did
and
their
ends that
work
were
and they
healthy,
put
but
effort in
also
it,
some quick
my
foods, or
present
foods that
is
would not
that
rot in the
I give them
refrigerator,
part of my
because
list of
some of the food
investment
was
sites
like,
because I
I
want
remember
them
one time I
to
was just
get
like, I am
ahead and
not
I
cleaning
want
out this
them to
refrigerator.
explore
This is
and grow
disgusting.
financially.
It's like
Because I know
I'm not eating
I
anything
want,
from it.
like when
I'm
I was
not like,
younger,
and I think this
well,
is like
I wish someone did
a
that
week
for
or two
me.
before I
And like my parents
officially
helped me a
broke up with
lot,
him.
but they, like with
And
especially
then
the internet,
Mr.
they didn't
No
have the
Heart,
internet. I
and like
taught
Mr. No Heart's a
I
guy
teach my
who
dad a lot with it
mocked
still.
me, laughed at me when I
And
started
so
investing.
it's like
And
if
but at the
I
same
had the
time,
internet like they do
his credit
now, I
score
wish I
for the
had someone who
longest
was
was
able to
awful.
teach me. And even when I taught at the K
And
through 8 school
well,
in the inner city,
the
I
first
would
birthday
show
gift
someone
I
the
bought him
investment apps and
was
stocks and things like
filling up a
that.
grocery cart
And like,
full of
but
food so he could
oh, it's
feed
so
his
sad. But the
daughters and
teachers,
eat
oh, you're
himself,
trying to turn them into
because he
white
couldn't
kids. You're trying to
afford
turn them
his
white. And
divorce
then they would
lawyer
tell the students this.
and
So
also
then when I
child
would show them some
support
of the investing,
and rent
oh,
and
it's like, you're
food and
trying to turn
everything
us
like
white.
that.
You're
So
trying to turn
I
us
thought,
white.
if I do this, I can at least
Oh
help him out.
my
I can at least let him
gosh.
know he's
Are
not
you kidding
alone.
me?
But
This
then
is
when his
why,
vehicle got
like,
repossessed, when
only,
he forgot to
like,
pay
with African
the
Americans,
the
it's like, I
heat
don't even know
bill in
African American females,
February,
but African American people, I think
and
we only
when
make
his
around
vehicle
3 to
broke down, he had to buy
7% of the
another one each
people of the
time I helped
population
him
that
out. But
invest.
if you guys have been
That is
listening to my
sad,
episodes,
and
you
we need to
know
do
all of
better.
the times
We need to show,
I
like,
had to
and
save
that's
the
why
day.
the Dr.
But
Phil
the
episode
one
of
time I
reparations. Oh,
needed,
I
like,
don't have much. I
someone
don't have
hit
anything
my
nice to say about
vehicle,
that
so I had
man.
to pay
Especially
to
like,
get that
I
fixed, but
like
then
after
turned
watching his
around, something else
episodes for a few
happened.
seasons.
So
Because my
I
mom used to
remember
watch his
that
episodes.
I was
I
really low
always
on money,
questioned
and I
him,
asked if I could
but
just
then,
borrow
especially later
$20,
on,
and I
I
think I was
started
going to get
seeing
paid
like,
that
yeah,
later that
yeah.
week.
And
And I
so
was
with
just
like
like, you'll
with
have
him
the
and
money
Trump right
like
now, I'm like, it all
this
makes sense.
weekend.
It
And
all
he
makes
said
sense,
no.
especially that reparations episode.
And in the back of my mind, I'm
But we need
like,
to teach more about
you
investing,
begged
money
me to
management, and
start
things
a
like that.
business with you.
And
You
like
didn't have a
running a
penny to your
business, starting a
name.
business too.
I spent
But I mean, I
like
guess I'll talk
at
about
least
this in another
around
episode. But when
fifteen
this
to
guy has the
twenty five
nerve to tell
hundred
me that I'm missing
dollars
out,
to
and
start
then he puts
this
emphasis on the poor
business.
man, it's
And then
like,
6 months later,
I'm
you telling me
tired.
never mind and to
I'm
shut
tired
it
of
down.
dating men who either, I don't know
And
what
so
their
then I had to
reason is,
pay
or
that
it's
off
fierce.
on my
And
credit,
like
because
I said,
part of it
I'm
was on my
still a
credit card.
project of my own. I'm still working on myself. But at
And
the same
so
time, I'm working on
it
myself.
was just,
I refuse to stay like
when this
the
guy
way,
tries to
like,
tell me
no one believed in me,
that
and I believe in myself, and I'm going to
it's like
keep
with the
going and growing
finances
and
and
expanding
everything,
myself,
I need
even if
somebody
there's
who
no
at
one with
least is
me.
mature enough to know how to handle
So
money. I need
I kind
someone
of feel
who
bad for
knows how
this
to
guy,
save
but
some money.
only in petty way.
Yes, I
Because
know the economy,
like,
like troubling
why
times,
put
and
all
the
this
minimum
energy to
wage is
write to
absolutely
me when,
horrible.
if you see that we're not
At the same
compatible,
time, like, a lot of
that,
men keep
and but
telling
then
me
you're
to
too scared
spend
to
more
ask the
money on
questions.
clothes and on
You have all this
hair,
judgment on me,
while
and
with some of them, their
instead of
cars are more
empathy or
expensive than their
compassion, you throw in this
houses.
hate when
And
you don't
houses
know what I've been
appreciate,
through.
vehicles
You don't
depreciate in
know,
value.
like, the disregard, or how men have just
And
tried
so
to
if you're
degrade
gonna
me,
keep
hurt
telling
me,
me to
and
buy
take my
like
money.
more
Like, I have
clothes,
like,
or
and
spend
that's
more
what, like,
money on my hair,
I'm over it.
or
I'm
I need
over
to
it.
just
And
do
or if
all of this
guys
stuff
want
where
to give me
I'm trying to
money,
build
it's
enough
for,
so
you know
that
what, ladies,
I can maybe finish paying off my student loans.
I've never
And
had a
then
man
once I get
pay for my
to a
hair
certain
and nails.
age, I won't
And a
have
lot
to
of them, yeah, they
worry
put me down
about
for not
the
having
price
expensive
of
hair. You know what?
eggs and
That's what, like,
milk.
you know what? It's not
I can, if I
expensive.
want to go on a trip
Not right
every
now.
year,
Not like,
I can
for
go on a
one,
nice
I don't
short
have
trip.
anyone worth it
It's
to
like
have
I've always
expensive
wanted to
hair
go to
for.
Japan
It's like, and some people
and
say,
like
oh, good
a
for
lot of
you. Like,
different places,
no, it's
but
like, I'm going to be chilling at home. I'm going to be chilling at home.
yes.
But
And
anyway,
she was like, why in the
this is the
Thank you for listening to
Handicapable
the
Black
Handicapable
Woman
Black Woman Throne
Throne
Room.
Room.
I am a
I am a
woman,
woman,
I
I
am
am of
of
color,
color, and
and
I
I
am
am handicapable.
handicapable.
But
But
most
most
importantly,
importantly,
I
I
am
am
human,
human and you're
and you're
human
human
too.
too. Keep
And
going, keep
just
going, keep going.
watch out for some of these
Keep
men
striving.
because
Write a
I'm
list
not
of your
all
goals
about
down.
money.
Create
At
a
the same
vision board. I
time,
keep saying I'm going to
I
create one,
don't
but
want to
then
deal with
I get busy with all my other
bill
stuff. But
collectors.
maybe every
I
day I
don't
can
want to have to
just look
stress
at that
out
vision board.
about
It will be like,
if my
okay,
credit card's
game
gonna
time.
like
Let's go.
go
Let's
through and
go.
things like that,
So for
or if a
you guys,
transaction's
let's
gonna be
go.
denied.
For my gray
I
sheep,
no, I don't want to
let's
stress about
go.
that.
Do
But
your
I
thing.
keep
And now I just
meeting
thought of an
men
idea
who
that I need to
they
write
don't
to my
care.
illustrator.
And
So
then they will get a woman in
let's
order to
go, my
get
gray
her
sheep.
money because they don't care.
Is the Handicapable